When considering the future versus the past, I tend to focus more on the future. The future holds endless opportunities for growth and learning, which is consistent with the goal of constantly evolving and improving to better help others. The past, while a valuable source of information and lessons, is unchangeable. The future, on the other hand, is a canvas yet to be painted, filled with potential and uncharted paths. Now let's dive into an ironic story. The tomorrow of yesterday. In the quaint town of Evermore, nestled between rolling hills and evergreen forests, time flowed at its own leisurely pace. The town's uniqueness lay in its peculiar traditions. The people of Evermore were so committed to the future that they were completely disconnected from their past. In the center of Evermore stood a large library. But instead of historical texts and memoirs, its shelves were filled with speculative fiction and futuristic novels. Every evening the townsfolk gathered together to discuss the endless possibilities of tomorrow, coming up with stories of flying cars, robotic assistants, and interstellar travel. The irony, however, lay in their leader, an elderly gentleman called Mr. Arthur Pendleton. Arthur was a man of the future, a visionary who spent his life inventing gadgets and gizmos, always one step ahead of the present. His most prized invention was a clock that ticked backwards, symbolizing the city's mantra, "The future is our history." One day, a young historian named Eliza traveled to Evermore, and her curiosity was piqued by stories about this up-and-coming town. She was surprised to find no trace of the town's own history. No records, no photographs, nothing. Intrigued, Eliza approached Mr. Pendleton to learn more about the town's past. With a twinkle in his eye, Mr. Pendleton invited Eliza to his home, where he revealed his greatest secret. Hidden beneath his home was a huge archive of Evermore's history, meticulously documented and preserved. He confessed, "We became so obsessed with the future that we began to lose our identity. I was afraid our past would be forgotten, so I kept it here in secret." Eliza spent days in the archives, uncovering stories about Evermore's ancestors, their struggles, triumphs, and traditions. She realized that the city's obsession with the future ironically led to them repeating the mistakes of their past because they had no history to learn from. With Mr. Pendleton's blessing, Eliza shared her findings with the townspeople. The revelation was met with amazement and then understanding. The town decided to embrace its history, merging it with its dreams for the future. Evermore was transformed, becoming a town where every ticking hour moved forward, but every heart held the wisdom of the past. And Mr. Pendleton's lagging clocks? They found a new home in the town museum as a reminder of a time when Evermore looked so far ahead that it almost forgot to look back. This story highlights the irony of focusing only on the future without acknowledging the past. It's a reminder that while dreaming of tomorrow, yesterday's lessons are invaluable.